And now to continue Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, happening 8 years after Return of the Jedi. And starring Kyle Katarn, the mercenary hired by, well, New Republic, and generally probably not the most nicest person around. Self-taught Jedi, I don't know, could I call him Jedi Master, but self-taught anyways. And most likely not the most incompetent dudes around. Just some set pieces. Well, there's a... Oh, a bowcaster. Wookiee weapon. And what kind of person would carry a Wookiee weapon around by here? Some Bacta tanks, they are very handy. And some blaster ammo. Well, blaster ammo is that which mostly you go through big numbers because... Oh, now look at that. And I'm quite certain that dropping down to that greenish stuff is uniformly and universally lethal. No need to do any extra experiments on that, and even less on that, having that thing to just collapse. Who designed this? Oh, well, of course this place might be in a state of disrepair after who knows how long it has been like that, but in this kind of state. I am moving. Well, stormtroopers, you are actually quite smart, mostly because they have to use the ridiculously slow projectiles of Star Wars. Why don't they just use real guns? Or actually, that technology in Star Wars has not been forgotten, but I don't know why they would still use it, because knowing that the wizard knights capable of more or less making tricking reality however they feel like, called Jedi, are quite much invulnerable to those blasters, so why would they bother even using them, because they are the premier soldiers of the Star Wars universe. Where are you? Are you up there? Oh, yes, you were. You're the key. Nothing seems to be over here. Just path to progress forward. Open the door, which is good. Recharge my shield. And get some extra ammo as well.
Get security.
There's plenty more of the basic. Oh yeah, some old-fashioned physics engine of which flops around stormtroopers like nobody's business, which is good. But if there was a plan to get in, do things stealthy, well, they have more or less failed in degree of slightly to completely. But then again, stealth is very difficult mechanic in games to actually implement correctly. It might make it something that there's an option for stealth, but you don't want to use it because you don't get any benefits from using it. You just leave whatever enemies you would otherwise be facing. They just stay there. It doesn't matter how they are. You just couldn't. There's no point in using stealth, and of course, when you would actually really need it, you can't use it. Oh, let's try to get up to that little gap. Oh yeah, and elevators can crush you. We'll give them some more of these. Headshot. And just take a dose of this. Oh, looks like I can't get through to jump through there, but at least I managed to get a drop on the bad guys, so that counts. And apparently Kyle isn't immune to fall damage too either. And I got shot to death. Well, gotta return here. Takes a while. And time to continue here, this space. Which had bad guys. Lots of them. And my previous opinion of those basic stormtroopers being quite tough, dangerous opponents still applies, at least mostly because Mr. Katan is not a supreme badass Jedi, at least. In this context, it's just a regular Joe with a gun. So there's no reason for him to be, or better say, you couldn't actually expect him to be really skilled or dangerous foe against troops which are very good conventional troops like the stormtroopers. There's that unpleasant goop. Oops. I guess I can kill myself with the bowcaster. That was funny. And still going forward. This game really does raise those vibes of old school difficulty, which included usually very quite merciless gameplay and lots of ways to get yourself killed, usually in some not necessarily dignified manner. But in best cases it was funny and not so dignified manner. But in this case it's just not so funny way to get killed, just undignified manner. But down to let's throw the Oh, look at that. And grenade! Anything like the blaster. The bowcaster actually uses this kind of ammunition. And I got shot again. Time to go again. Forward. And start to be already once again near death. And all these binoculars and those kind of things are handy. No, and like amplifiers, they are handy. No question about it. But they just feel quite pointless, as in doing reconnaissance is quite Yep. Well, it got some ammunition and also all handy stuff. More tasty juice. And shield rechargery. I'm definitely using it, although it doesn't feel so useful. I mean, if the game is something that armor... Oh... Yeah, there's stuff in there. Something I really don't know, but well, something. What are you doing here? I'm gonna kill you just out of spite. Or just for kicks. Hard to say which is which. Yep, this place doesn't look or feel particularly welcome. Yeah, and this is one of those places right at the beginning of the level, or stage, or how you wanna call it. Well, whatever it is, this place isn't particularly pleasant to be in. Alright, can I actually get on board of that thing? No, it actually fries me. After a bit wandering, I found myself in this other room, which actually led to had an ambush in it. And bowcaster actually hits quite hard once you get it to connect to things. I died about 4 times. And found myself in this kind of crap place with there goes lots of skills. But luckily there also were some so what the hell is this place anyway? Where do I go? How do I get there? Does that rail lead to anywhere? It looks like it. I have to go to that. Nope, it leads to my death. Well, I'm back right at the place where I got to the upper parts of this stage, so I guess my only alternative is to explore this place, and let's just take the bowcaster out just for whatever sakes. There's a tram or whatever that stuff carries is going. I wonder, can I actually hitch a ride with it? Most likely not. So, but it looks like it has a purpose. That's just a death pit. It does not have a purpose except be a death pit. It looks like it's the... or maybe not the use of that tram is the key getting forward, but doesn't look like it. Don't know, really confused. Those things don't do anything. There was death. And here is... and here is nothing of interest except a one turret which I just blew up. There comes that one tram thing, but that pit is way too wide for regular human to jump across. So it's a bit of a mystery of where to go and what to do, how to do, when to do. You're frustrating. Not that. There's a bloody whatever thing and robot wandering about being stupid. And this leads to previous part of the level, which I already explored quite thoroughly, so I don't think the answers lies there. Actually looks like I have to break this just before I can actually figure out where the hell do I supposed to go. Well, I do admit that I did some not, you couldn't necessarily call it cheating, as well. I did look about how to get further in this, because this is quite of a not so easy, mostly because it's quite hard to figure out where to go, as there is no hints or anything like that. You just try to get as far as you can, and then once you are on there you just get completely confused about what the hell are you supposed to even do. But my guess about that room being important was correct. It's because, well, I had an idea which I hadn't probably voiced, that this disc thing would be important, and over to say that's whatever flying thing would be important, and I was actually right about that, and I was even right about where I'm supposed to board it, but I wasn't completely certain how to stop myself from being fried alive by the room getting hot. But now I avoided it, now I'm riding a disc. Or whatever this system is. Ah, and there's a place I can actually go. With quite janky turn. Not as smooth as it would be
I have a bad feeling
otherwise.
about this.
Oh yeah. Bad feeling about this. Yeah. That's something the... So every Star Wars male protagonist has a habit of saying. I don't know, does it apply to Darksiders? Mostly, well, but yeah. But those are some sort of weird bug things, which are more annoying than dangerous. So you just use the. Although I don't know how dangerous they are, but for very of more than slightly competent soldier, mercenary, dash form ex-Jedi, maybe even Jedi Master, or at least ex-Jedi self-taught anyway, and even a self-taught one. Little bugs, even though they would be something like the size of a, who knows what bugs they are, but still big size of big bugs. Probably nothing to be actually really worried about. Yeah, there's quite lots of those bugs. Killing bugs. That's what this is all about. At least I figured out a path forward. And still searching for stuff to use to activate, make destroy, and generally just be a nuisance. Alright, I came from here. Let's try the right side path, and we'll just use the light amplification, light goggles. Interesting effect, actually, making those glowy crystals in a sense darker than the environment. But these things seem to suck out batteries like some sort of black hole. So their usefulness is quite...
What's this? Looks like the remnant are using slave labor.
Of course they are using slave labor, they're bad guys. But that's a machine, looks very... Press me button. And it makes a lot of noise. And it crashed to hell. Well, there's some... There seems to be enemies over there, so let's try to be sneaky about it and just use the pistol as a sniper rifle. Yes, I did do some forewarnings about how to progress in this level. Mostly because this game is quite old school and mental aid is always good. Nice yell of death to you. I'm trying to be careful about these places and shoot that guy as well. Nicely flies about when I shoot him. Break that just because. Oh, there's one more. I wish there would have been something sort of drop for him to go. and drop on this. That was a bit of tough. And just because I didn't want to, and that red stuff looks very dangerous. Mostly probably because it is red hot lava or whatever that stuff is. Come on, guy. Yell. Go down. That thing looks very smashy. And it is quite smashy thing. I don't know why it stomps that hot stuff, but it does. So yeah, it can't be really that. Take a shots. Be dead. And some butter and some shield juice. And even if it would be a matter of plot spoiling, I don't believe Star Wars movies generally have, or stories would have, such a really big and efficient twists in their storytelling. Headshot, but he took 3 bowcaster bolts. That's quite tough. And not the boat. Oh, you're shooting with a submachine gun. Where is it? Is someone there? With a bit of weak state. It was close. I didn't check much of my health bar. But things don't look too severe. Mostly because they did drop some Bacta juice, which is tasty. It's something like Estus, but you don't get it refilled whenever you rest in on a campfire. That looks big and important.
Mon Mothma was right, Jan. Remnant troops are crawling all over this place and they've taken prisoners.
Well, that should bring the Republic running. I'll alert the fleet and pick you up.
Go ahead and call in the reinforcements, but I've got a mine to blow up and prisoners to rescue.
Are you trying to justify your fee?
Be ready for a quick pickup. I've got a feeling that things are about to get pretty nasty around here.
Who needs the Valley of the Jedi when you're already gifted with such amazing intuitive powers?
Just be ready to pick me up.
As you wish, O Jedi Master.
I wonder was she sarcastic about intuitive prowess or something? Well, How to make make a mining disaster happen.
Jan, this place is about to fall apart. If I don't find a way out, you'll have to get help.
Just get out of there, Kyle.
Yeah. And from the cutscene you could really admire the magnificent display of lip sync and face animation. Mostly in a way of there probably wasn't much of either. Which in a sense is quite expected from a game about well, hard to tell the exact age, but quite much of it having lip sync and something like that were things which came up to existence mostly during the PlayStation 2 era, maybe even PlayStation Station 1, but mostly in PlayStation 2 era. Of course, maybe the late PlayStation 1 era games had some kind of face animations. I remember only one game actually of PlayStation era 1 era having that kind of thing. But sorry, Stormtroopers. I know you have a bad job being just everybody's joke and punching bag, but well, that's something you have to deal with. I guess they don't recruit any of the, you know, military elite, well-trained men to be into that job, mostly because those dudes are already quite buffoons, so having the aim of well, famous Imperial Stormtroopers who don't hit anything. Despite what kind of weapon they would be using, they wouldn't hit they are not hitting anything. Oh yeah, time to get forward actually. More bugs. And you use it. And this game, despite having this crouch feature, it's a bit of a clunky, as in it's not toggle. As in you have to keep pressing it, and with that pressed, it's quite cumbersome to try to maneuver around anyways. So that's a bit of more than a bit. It's quite annoying. But time to get the train track going and actually end the episode right here. That's quite good luck on my part.